live in the solution. I'm Mary Trimble, and I have to apologize for my long absence. I needed to give myself time over the holidays to properly mourn my mum and to spend time with my family. This was my mum's holiday, my holiday, so it was a bit of a difficult time, but still it was still full of some joy and happiness and community. So I just needed to take that time for myself. So I apologize. I am back, darling. And I would be most grateful because while I was away, I lost quite a lot of subscribers. So I would really appreciate if you haven't already, please subscribe, like my videos and share them on your social media, and please comment. I adore feedback. I'm here to communicate with you guys, you know, to make a connection. So now, big week coming up. So I'm going to talk about the aspects for the week, but I will go into detail on each video of the zodiac sign, you know, and how it will relate in which area of your life. So on the 14th, Monday the 14th, and these readings are from the 14th of January through, I'm kind of going to cover the 21st, and I'll tell you why in a bit. It's normally just, you know, the 14th to the 20th, but it will go into the 21st because of the eclipse coming up. So I'm looking up here because I have the aspects in the chart up here. So on the 14th, on Monday the 14th, Mercury sextiles Neptune. I'll go into detail in your video. On the 18th, the moon moves into Cancer. Beautiful, emotional, kind of compassionate time. Then Venus trines Mars on the same day. Mercury is conjunct Pluto as well on the same day. And the Sun squares Uranus. Now, on the 20th, the Sun moves into Aquarius. So happy birthday, Aquarius. Venus is square to Neptune on the same day. And then on Martin Luther King Day, the 21st, actually it's the 20th and the 21st, depending on where you are in the world. But this is a super moon. And a super moon means that the moon is very close to the Earth in its orbit, right? So it's going to appear huge, and it's going to be a blood moon. So it's going to kind of have that rusty look to it. And that's because as it enters, you know, as it gets closer to the Earth, the sun, which is opposite, because that's always happens on a full moon, the sun is opposite the moon. And as it moves into the orbit of the Earth, the fractal of lights makes it appear reddish, rustic kind of color. Now, this is a total lunar eclipse, a full moon total lunar eclipse. We won't have another. And this is the first of the year. Guys, we have 5 eclipses this year, which is kind of a lot. But this is the first of the year, and we won't have a total lunar eclipse like this, a supermoon, until March of the year 2021. So that's a long time to wait. Anyway, so that is the they are the aspects for the week. So this is going to be the intro. This will be put on every video, and then we'll go into your horoscope. Okay, so let's go to your horoscope, shall we? Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your reading for January the 14th through January the 20th. Really the 21st, because I'm covering the lunar eclipse, although it's just kind of past the 20th. So I'm going to be shuffling your cards while I'm going over your horoscope. I'm looking over here because this is where your chart is. Okay, Taurus, so Mercury and Neptune. Mercury is the planet of intellect and communication, excuse me, and it's in a beautiful relationship with Neptune, the planet of fantasy, dreams, and creativity and spirituality. So what does that mean? Look, if you're a fiction writer, this is a wonderful time for you to write a novel. If you're visually creative, it's a really good time to kind of get into it. And also Neptune, with it being spiritual, you can really connect to the spiritual realm, which is what I think you're going to kind of have the tendency to do, because Mercury is in your 9th house of spirituality and adventure and long distance travel. And you might be thinking about or dreaming about a pilgrimage somewhere, you know, somewhere spiritual. So that's on Monday. And then on the 18th, the moon moves into Cancer. This is in your 3rd house, and that's of, you know, thoughts and communication. So I feel that your communication will be really soft. You're going to have this wonderful ability to connect with people, and you're really kind of going to feel, you know, moody in some respects, because look, the moon is in exaltation in Taurus, so you've got a connection there anyway. And of course the moon rules Cancer. So this is a very kind of affectionate, nurturing kind of energy coming in. Now, on the same day, Venus is in your house of death and rebirth, actually. It's transformation. And it's in a really great relationship with Mars. Look, this is about, you know, demonstrative displays of affection. This is about getting up and being in action, because Mars is the planet of action. But then again, it is in your 12th house, right? Something might be coming to an end for you. There may be something that's coming to a culmination. It could be a different way of you looking, you know, perhaps you're leaning towards a different kind of spiritual practice, or you're changing the way you're relating to your belief systems. Something is kind of interesting. I feel that you're going to this could also do with your finances too, Taurus. So things might change drastically financially for you, but it's going to be kind of, it's going to be a really good change for you. I'm really getting that for you. So maybe you're not making some money in an area that you were, but it's going to change it, and it's kind of, you might not have the cash flow that you would want for a little time, but it's going to change for the better. Now you have the Sun in the 9th house, again with Mercury, right? It's before it moves into Aquarius, and it's squaring Uranus. Now, in the 12th, there's going to be a lot of upheaval. There's going to be a lot of change. There's going to be some surprises. There's going to be some shocks, perhaps. So things are definitely shaking up, because Uranus is the planet of rebellion too. And so you might, look, during this time, you could very well get involved with some kind of protest even, you know, for a cause, because it's in the 12th house and it's spiritual. I feel that you could be standing up and really getting counted and really feeling like you have a purpose here. There's something going on with your, I want to say, not your morals, but your values. That's what I want to say. Okay, so now then on the 20th, the Sun moves into Aquarius. This is humanitarian. Something's going on. You're going to feel And it could be the planet because you're an earth sign and you care about the environment and the ecosystem. So it could be standing up for that. You could be doing something towards that, some of you. As I say, this is a general reading, guys. If you want a personal reading, you can go to my website and see how to do that. And there's a link in this video somewhere. Also on the 20th, Venus in the 8th house is square to Neptune in the 11th. So definitely things are happening on a group level. So it's something to do with a group. Now, the sun moves into Aquarius, as I said, on the 20th, in your house of career. So it's really important for you to be a team player at this time. And I feel that you're going to, I'm getting that you're going to be a really good team player and things are really going to work out for you as a team. It's like you've got to really be a cog in the wheel and you have to kind of know where you're supposed to be. And Venus is in the 8th house, it's death and rebirth, and it's in a challenging relationship to Neptune. So there's possibilities of that you could get a little challenged or frustrated, but really just put the team first. Put the team first, everybody else first. Try not to put yourself first because that will really work out for you. Now, also I wanted to mention that the sun, oh yeah, I did mention that. Oh, what I didn't mention was Mercury conjunct Pluto. So that's psychic abilities, darling. That's, you can see through the BS. Truth and authenticity really matter to you right now. So I feel that these are your values coming up, Taurus. And I feel that it's going to get more and more important. So it's almost like you're just not, because you can be really, really patient and then you're just like a bull in a china shop, right? When somebody flashes a red flag, waves a red flag. So what you want to do is keep your calm during this time, Taurus. Now, you have on the 21st, you have the super total full moon, full lunar eclipse. Now that's in Leo and it's connected to your 2nd house. It's about earnings, about personal possessions. And the sun is in Aquarius in the 10th house. So this eclipse is going to affect your income in some way. Look, it's important to let go of things, particularly during the eclipse. You have to let go of things. The eclipses are there to also shake things up, and things have to go. Things have to change and things have to go. We can't stay in the status quo all the time. You had a lot of cards falling out, by the way, Taurus. So I'm going to clarify them. I've already blessed these cards. So I'm going to clarify them. And see what comes up for you. I think it's about keeping your cool. It's about definitely keeping your cool. But it's all about, it's all about your personal possessions and security, definitely. Yeah. Oh, let's see what that is. Okay. We want one more card for these clarifications. Let's see. Okay. I think sometimes we need to, the total lunar eclipse about letting go of things. So don't hold on to anything. You know, listen, if you're in a job that's not working for you, let it go. You know, don't stay in it, Taurus. It's not worth it. Oh, here we go. all these energies really are psychic. It's like you can see through to a person's soul. You can tell when someone's lying, and so you can't be bothered, and it's like you've got no patience for that. Now, the first card up for you is the Temperance card. What did I say? Temper your emotions. This is an emotional time. You know, the moon will have us fluctuating in moods. So it's very important to temper those emotions. Look, the mantra of this card is everything in moderation. Don't overdo anything. It's very easy to kind of overdo things, and clarifying it is the King of Earth. So abundance is coming in. The King of Earth, but through hard work. But you know, this kind of reminds me of you, darling. This is like you. This is like, you know, you don't mind working hard. You might not be motivated a lot of the time, but if you work hard, it's going to pay off. So it's important to keep working. Shine at work. Let your work stand out, because it'll get noticed. Now, the next card you have is the King of Swords. So you must, no shortcuts this week, Taurus. It's all about doing the right thing for the right reason. He's the champion for justice. He has no problem putting that gavel down and, you know, passing judgment. So you've got to do, I always think I'm getting calmer. So each decision that you make, or each choice that you make, has a karmic value. And it's not about me, me, me. It needs to be about we. What is for the highest good of me and everyone else, right? That's what you've got to ask yourself when you're making a decision. Clarifying it is the Messenger of Air. This is a wonderful opportunity coming in. Don't miss the opportunities. Now, it might be the opportunity to shine at work by working really hard. It might be an opportunity of another job, whatever it is. And I'm getting change. So the change is an opportunity. So you can rise above the change. And really, look, change is inevitable. It's the only guarantee in life. So when change comes, embrace it. Definitely. That's enlightenment, darling. The next card you've got is the Two of Swords. There's a decision on the table, and I'm getting that you need to let things go. Excuse me. It's getting really late, so you need to let things go. Decide to let things go, Taurus, because by not choosing to let things go, you're hanging on to, you're blocking yourself. You see this is a block, right? It's a crossing, it's blocking energy. I'm so sorry. So sometimes we don't like change, but it's change that helps us grow. It helps us move forward. So you need to embrace that change. Now, along with this is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands, he's this wonderful gallant. He saves every damsel in distress. He's very loyal. And when he comes up, it's like, don't be impulsive, because you may want to be impulsive. And it's very the energy is like rush in sometimes without thinking. So it's important for you to think on your feet. And, this is also an opportunity. And you can miss this opportunity, but you must be kind of discerning as well. So think on your feet, Taurus. And then you've got the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is about conflict, right? Conflict with the group. Remember I said be a team player? You definitely have to be a team player here. However, this is also like, look, this is coming from a higher perspective, right? So he's kind of standing there and all the wands are coming up and he's in a higher position. It doesn't mean that you're better than or you should step up and you're all that. It means that you need to come from a spiritual perspective. So look, this, yes, compromise. Yes, don't avoid conflict. Definitely go into this, but don't compromise your values. So when this card comes up, sometimes it's saying that you need to stand up. You need to stand up. Oh, that was in your, definitely in your horoscope. You need to stand up, and you need to stand up for your beliefs and what is right. I'm definitely getting that there's perhaps you've got to stand up for an underdog. Maybe, look, I always think of this like, say you've got all these jurors and you have to pass judgment on something, and that you don't see it the way everyone else is seeing it, and there's just one person. So sometimes some people, jurors, can't take the pressure, so they just go along with the rest, even when in their gut feeling they don't think it's right. This is the time that you're being told to stand up, hold your ground. It's okay to give a little, but not to compromise your values. So it's stand up for what's right. I'm getting that throughout your whole reading as well, but it's also about tempering your values. And here you go. You've got the Emperor. The Emperor is organized, you know. He comes in and he puts structure in place and rules, and he's the establishment, right? This is about organizing. This is about reducing, clearing your space, clearing your head, getting rid of all, this is, you know, this reminds me of the excuse me, of the eclipse. This is letting go of things that no longer work for you. So this is this sometimes he comes up, it's decluttering, right? It can be as simple as that. But this is, the eclipse kind of shows you relationships, jobs, you know, apartments, houses, countries, cities, that it just comes to a peak, and it's like it doesn't work for you anymore, and you can't ignore it. It's shown to you. So this is about letting it go, clearing it out, and moving forward. So Taurus, you know, everything in moderation. Think about that. And temper your emotions, darling. Temper them. But also make a decision. Make a decision to let things go, because it will build an incredible foundation for wonderful things to come. So Taurus, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video and share it on your social media. I need my channel to grow. Please help me grow that, and comment, give me feedback. I love hearing from you guys, and I love connecting with you. And let me know, you know, how you're feeling, what's going on. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.